12 straight wins. That is the mark right now for the Detroit Pistons, who have been the best team in basketball for the last month. And we talk about the Thunder's depth, but the Pistons have 13 guys that can legit be rotation pieces for them, led by Cade Cunningham, the pick and roll maestro. Jalen Duran looks like a baby Shaquille O'Neal, and he's only 22 years old. And this Piston team looks elite. And JB Bickerstaff has done a phenomenal job over the first month or so of the season, getting them to 14-2, first in the East. His sets have been elite. Right here, he puts AJ Green in a bind because he's going no help off Duncan Robinson. However, Robinson's setting the screen on Jalen Duran right to the rim. Now, he has Tobias Harris wide open here, or he can just go right through Bobby Portis, which is the mismatch, and that's what he does. Then they try to run it again. Nothing happens, except everybody's distracted now. I mean, watch everybody's head. AJ Green not watching the ball. Miles Turner not watching the ball. Ryan Rollins not watching the ball. Cade sees this, and he's going to go right down Broadway for the left-handed dunk. Now, against the zone, which the Bucks threw out there a few times, we've got Dennis Jenkins finding Javonte Green here, and this is just two screens by Stewart and Javonte Green. Javonte's going to set the first one and then roll right to the open area, and Jenkins is going to do a great job finding him. They also had Ron Holland wide open. They had a couple of options there. Then a little bit of movement here. We're going to get Jalen Duran flashing right to the rim against the zone, looking for a high-low action, but at the same time, we're going to slip Duncan Robinson out to the perimeter behind Bobby Portis and get the three ball. Really, really nice zone set right there. Love that one. And then we're going to throw it ahead to Jaden Ivey this time, coming off this screen from Duren. DHO to Cade Cunningham, except Andre Jackson kind of blows it up, so they throw it back to Duren, and then it's right back to Cade Cunningham for the chin-up. Then we find a little bit of an option screen here where we've got Tobias and Jalen Duran setting the screen. Duran's going to roll, Tobias is going to pop, and we get another high-low action where Jalen Duran is just a monster in the paint and finishes this one with his right hand. Now, sideline out of bounds here, and these are genius. I mean, it's against the zone, so we're going to overload the zone with three guys against two in Ivy, Cade, and Tobias versus Rollins and Bobby Portis, and we're just going to inbound it to Tobias, right back to Cade for the three. It's as simple as that, and they do it again right here, except this time Miles Turner cheats over, so they're going to overload it even more, bringing Duren right to the ball and Tobias to the corner, and they get the three ball to go that time as well. Now, Cade Cunningham has been a monster as the guy here in Detroit. In year 5, at age 24, he's been through all of it in Detroit. Been through it like a 28-game losing streak, which is insane to think about. He put up 29, 10, and 8 last night with 2 stocks on 10 of 18 shooting from the field, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, and now to have this 12-game win streak to open up the season is great for Cade. It's great for small markets around the league. Watch the pace right here. I mean, he hits like 3 in-and-out dribbles and then gets right into the chest of Kuzma for the easy bucket. He's averaging 27.5 points a game, 10 assists, 5.5 boards, shooting 44% from the field and 30% from 3 on about 6 attempts. So that efficiency needs to get better, but I mean, he was empty in the clip when all those other guys were out, so now he gets to take more efficient looks, and he is the pick and roll abuser here. He averages 11.5 points a game in the pick and roll, and 41% of his possessions are out of the pick and roll. That is 3rd in the league behind only Luka and SGA. He is that high level of a pick and roll operator, and it really doesn't matter who the Bucks throw at him. Kuzma, Andre Jackson, Gary Harris, whoever it is, they're just getting straight buckets, and courtesy of Cade Cunningham. Now, if you're talking Detroit, you've got to talk about Jalen Duran and the leap that he has taken. We've looked into it a little bit earlier this video, but last night he put up 19 points, 6 boards, 5 assists in just 27 minutes. He very rarely plays over 30 minutes in a game. He was 7 of 10 from the field last night, but a big step that he's taken this year is initiating offense as the big, finding Tobias right there on the back cut, and then right here, the fake DHO gets into the lane and finishes with that left hand. He's been handling the ball a lot more, and then right here, reading this little back screen for Tobias, which leads to the reverse dunk. He's averaging 20.5 points a game, 10.5 boards, 2 assists, and 2 stocks in 29 minutes, shooting 68% from the field. And people forget he's still 22 years old, was one of the youngest players in his draft class, and like I said, at 22, that is scary young. I mean, the spin move right there, he didn't have this in his bag last year. That's a very nice move, getting to the rim. And then we talked about it, just a big body down low. Miles Turner tries to chest him up. Too bad. We're still getting a bucket. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. 93% of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed. If that's you, let's go ahead and fix that. And then let's talk about Tobias Harris, who is back for the Pistons. And as that third option to this offense is just a really nice piece, operating off of Cade Cunningham. He might be the fourth option now, though, to be honest, after the Duren breakout, but 18 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, shooting 7 of 9 from the field and 3 of 5 from 3. Pretty efficient in one of his return games here to the Detroit lineup. And that's what makes this team scary, is because they were without so many guys for so long, and now everybody's getting back, and you're seeing the full lineup here. He's played 7 games so far this year of their 16, and is averaging 14 a game with 6 boards, 3 assists, and 0.7 steals in 29 minutes per game, shooting 44% from the field and 33% from 3 on 4.7 attempts per game. The only complaint I'd have was the 3-point percentage, which I think would be going up in the near future. We talked about this one right here where he slips back door for the dunk, and it was really easy. Now, as for Jaden Ivey, he's a guy that last year was averaging 17.5 a game with 4 boards and 4 assists and a steal in 30 minutes a night, shooting 46% from the field and 41% from 3 on 5 attempts before going down to a season-ending injury 30 games in. And he made his return last night, knocking off the rust with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal in 15 minutes. Almost a year without playing an NBA game. Like I said, only got 30 in last year, missed the first 15 this year, so about 11 months off, and he didn't look terrible in his first game back. Azar is also back with his elite defense right there, the clamps, and then Ryan Rollins just melts in the face of Azar Thompson. That is elite defensive presence right there at the end of the first half. Isaiah Stewart, down low, Beef Stew is back. He also missed a little bit of time. Jenkins finds him here for the chin up, the epitome of Detroit basketball. And this is a really heads up play right here, just bouncing it right back to Cade for the dunk. You don't see that often. And then Duncan Robinson, another guy here, just the 3-point sniper, kind of playing the Malik Beasley role from last year. Obviously not to the extent of Malik Beasley, but still a dead-eye sniper from beyond the arc. And man, imagine they had Malik Beasley right now. Dennis Jenkins, though, has been a little bit of a consolation prize because he has been an absolute monster so far this year for the Detroit Pistons. 11.4 points a game, 4.3 assists, 2 rebounds, 1.5 steals in 21 minutes a game, shooting 51% from the field, 47% from 3. The former UDFA, the former Rick Pitino product, has been out here hooping for Detroit and just the epitome of next man up, and he has been that. Played about 15 minutes last night, scored 7 points. Javonte Green, another guy here that can be a deep rotation piece when everybody's healthy, but can also sub in and be a monster when everybody is not healthy. And that's what we saw him do when guys were injured and he had to step up and play a bigger role. Karis LeVert, the free agent signing, coming back from his injury. He had been out for a little while and he was able to stretch the floor. Perfect 3-and-D wing to bring off that bench. And then Ron Holland, the former number 5 overall pick, hasn't had quite the start to his career you'd expect from a number 5 overall pick, but I think he's going to pick it up here before long. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.